Is it not photo this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, Ethan here. We're here with the Chaos profile, Chaos Osiris buddy, because why not have a Dragon Emperor Legend on legs as your buddy, because you gain the life, draw, and gauge if you're the buddy.
That, and I wasn't able to get the last copy of God 7.
Yes, we're still waiting for one copy of Good 7, but it's
not gonna
fine.
happen. I'm not buying anymore.
Just wait till the new one, it's fine.
Osiris is still good, buddy.
Yeah. And obviously, you know what the Chaos Flag does. A lot of silly stuff.
So don't put a weapon under it, otherwise you're stupid.
Before long, you're gonna be fake.
Yeah. Chaos 9-headed Dragon.
I hope not.
One of that, basically a 626, and if it's in drop zone, you pay a gauge to call it, and it enters destroy itself. Easy way to get those that 4 months you need in the field for your cards that need for your more monsters. Case Gajerion, anti-Gearguard, also anti-Negro Ball, sorry. When it's called, you destroy something on left or right, on your opponent's center. When called on the left or right, if you have a monster in the center, you destroy something on your opponent's field. Very good to destroy just generic destruction on your opponent's attack phase. Chaos Kraken and Chaos Gomos. No one plays these. I don't know why, I find them pretty cool. That Kraken, very good stats, and only 1 gauge, and if you have a number monster on your field, it can't be destroyed by card effects, and can't be returned to your hand. So it's basically Gearguard on a size 3, which makes it really good. Vamos, 2 gauge, 525, pretty bad stats, but when your opponent attacks, you have to attack this, and if your opponent if you have 3 or more monsters on your field, which you will, your opponent can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so they have to destroy it by battle, and if you have 4 or more, which you most likely will, especially in battle phase, it gives 5,000 defense. So it becomes a 10k defender. And your opponent has to attack this instead of your Gearguard, which makes it really good. So if your opponent is running Nega Balls, they have to attack this instead, and then it stops you losing instantly from Chaos God being destroyed. Next, 2 Chaos Saisetsu. When it enters field, you may discard. If you do, gauge and draw. More gauge and draw, because the deck needs a lot of draw, because this deck only stops with 4 cards in hand. Next, stupid card, which shouldn't exist. 717. Top 2 cards of your deck into this card. Soul and 3 gauge. If it has no soul, it gets 2k, 2k, and equip. And it can't be destroyed by card effects, nor returned to hand. It's triple attack, soul guard, left and free. So you call it for free with Gearguard's effect, and then you just get a 929, which means it can beat over 4, so it's really good and strong against like any deck as well. That triple attack as well helps a lot. Next, 3 Chaos Tartan. 824. Top target the deck into soul, 1 gauge. Counter, choose a monster on your opponent's field, discard a card. If you do, destroy it. Only once per turn. It's another way of getting rid of Mega Balls to stop that.
Before Nega Balls kills you.
Yes, before Mega Balls kills you. Next for Buddy. Obviously we know what Buddy does. On an entry, if you've got something in center, gauge and draw once per turn. And life, obviously, because Buddy goal. Next, 4 Chaos Delberg. Very stupid card. 723. When it enters, look at 3 cards on top of your deck, and then put any of them among them, and then rest into drop zone once per turn. So literally anything, not monster restricted, because that'd be too good.
Why is it not a deep?
Because deep don't get nice things.
Deep would be amazing.
That's why it's not a deep. It's good in like every DDW deck though, but it's very expensive. Next, there's one of a bad Gearguard, pretending that it's 4 good Gearguard. Because it's how it's meant to be. 53-6, 2 gauge to call, and at the beginning of your attack, each player's, which is important, so including your opponents, you can call any Chaos monster from your hand without paying its core cost. So, Delberg, obviously, you can get the skill off. Osiris, you can get the skill off. Tartan, you can get for free. It doesn't get soul, but you get it for free. You can call Diabolos to center, make a 9k defender for free. Next, we have 4 good Gearguards, bad Gearguards, sorry, the Trident one. 52-5, you play it because you call this with good Gearguard, and then that gets your monsters. So you got 3 monsters out on the field, and then you just need to call 1 more, which then gets you your instant 4 monsters on the field. For only 2 monsters and 2 in drop. Next, 2 of the card I absolutely hate, and I wish it didn't exist, but you run it because it's good if it goes off.
If it was only 3 on the field, it would be good.
If it was only 3, it'd be broken. Electrification, only cast it if you have 4 more monsters on the field. Gauge, life, draw 2. Only once per turn, but we only run 2. You do not run more than 2. Seeing it 2, you see it way too often, and it shouldn't exist, and it needs to go burn. But you run it because it's good. Next, 2 Chaos Defense. Only cast it when during your attacking opponent's turn and you've sized for your greater monster in your center. Nullify the attack. So, all your deck is sized for your greater, so you nullify any attack with that card. Next, against Nega Balls, Rejection Crisis, so you don't instantly die. Against new Nega Balls, not going to do well, but against old one, this will do something. Only cast it if you have Chaos on your field. Counter, next time you did out damage, it is reduced to 0 and you take a laugh. And you get a laugh, so you don't instantly lose by taking 30.
This is the new one.
Free Searcher, because you only need 3. You can easily get plenty of search. You get Gear. You're running 8 Gear Gods, so you easily get it, so you only need 11 searches. Next, 3 Ruler's Privilege. Only 3 or more monsters on the field. Only cast it if you've got 3 or more monsters originally sized for your greater on your field. Originally, so if you get monsters which reduce the size later on, you can still cast this. Put any card other than itself from the drop zone to your hand, or counter size for your standard size for your greater on your field, which isn't once per turn for that second ability. So none of these are once per turn. So Ruler's Privilege is a very good card, and you can run that at 4, but I still think it's best only at 3 because otherwise you're going to be breaking it a lot. Next, 4 Chaos War Barrier Havoc. Only cast it on this during attacking your opponent's turn, and you have 2 or more Chaos on your field. Nullify the attack, engage. So extra engage is always good, and obviously just nullifying an attack. Obviously, clearly really good, and 2 or more is very easy to do in this deck. Next, 4 One Who Comes from Havoc. Only cast it if you have 2 or more Chaos on your field. Pay 1 engage, draw 2 on once a turn, but more draw cards for this deck because it needs it, because it only runs 4 cards in hand. Next, Force Global Shutdown. You barely ever use this, but you run it because literally why not? That's literally the only reason. You can get without it, you can run 2 if you want, but I barely ever use it, or Ty does it either. So, you really cast this card if your opponent has 5 less life, 2 gauge, deal damage equal to your opponent, equal to the total critical of all monsters on your center. So, if you have both Gear Gods center, that's 5 critical straight away. If you have the 3 crit guy, where is the Kraken in center, and Gear God, that's 6 damage, so it's a really good thing. It can be nullified or reduced, but it's still really good because it's only 2 gauge and you can deal. It doesn't have a life break, I don't think. 5 less or less. So basically, if you use it, your opponent's dying that turn usually. So anyway, that has been the Chaos Deck profile. Make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, happy gaming.